The top stories. Strike is off as NUPW and IDC to talk afresh. Customs officers walk off the job and a family squabble as accident victim is buried. Welcome to Nation News for Tuesday, July the 14th, 2015. The strike is off, at least for now, and the National Union of Public Workers and the Investment and Development Corporation appear headed back to the bargaining table. The decision followed a 4-hour meeting of the Social Partnership, which involves government, labour and business. Labour Minister Dr. Esther Bayer told reporters the IDC had made an offer to the union, whose officials later said the two sides in the dispute will start again with a fresh slate on the issue of redundancies. The redundancy letters to the 13 employees, including 10 aged over 60, are being withdrawn, and they will be given the option to return to work or accept what's on offer. The IDC and the union will then sit down and discuss redundancies, with the union favouring last in, first out to decide who's going home. Last week, Monday, the NUPW led a march of an estimated 5,000 people protesting the layoffs decision, which was a cost-cutting measure. Since then, garbage workers have been off the job and other agencies were due to join this week. The industrial distress is not over, however, as a number of customs officers walked off the job, resulting in a slowdown at the port. Operations manager Ian Stewart told Nation News that there was a slow movement of cargo and a very slow examination of containers. He said the Carnival Liberty is expected to dock on Wednesday, that's a cruise ship, and a contingency plan has been put in place to facilitate the entry of passengers. The workers are protesting an attempt to present them with so-called option forms to indicate whether or not they wanted to join the Revenue Authority. The NUPW says the move is in bad faith as negotiations are ongoing. The president of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, Sunil Chatrani, had warned earlier that a strike would have forced visitors to bear unexpected costs. Mr. Chatrani said the Elegant Hotels Group, which he heads, had a contingency plan in place, although not many of its workers are unionized. The Market Fairmont Royal Pavilion said it stood ready to bring in temporary workers if there is a disruption. That hotel is near full occupancy. Hundreds attended a public forum on Monday night organized by the environmental group, the Future Center Trust, on the waste-to-energy plant. The key speaker was the visiting opponent of incineration, Professor Paul Connett. Former Chief Town Planner Leonard St. Hill and renewable energy proponent Mark Hill were also on the panel. Members of the audience called for a sustained recycling program and suggested such ideas as reducing prices on green products and fines for littering. The 11-year-old boy who lost his life in a car accident at the villages at Coverley last month has been laid to rest. A large number of mourners, including members of the Rastafarian community, turned out at Coral Ridge Memorial Gardens to pay their last respects to Abijah Holder Phillips, who had been due to enter Queen's College in September. His mother, Felicia Holder, said Abijah loved the plants and animals and brought joy to the lives of many. Police were called to the grave site after the boy's father objected loudly to not being allowed to say something at the funeral ceremony. The mic was cut as he was about to speak. Students of the recently launched Government Youth Agripreneurship Program have been getting a lesson in fish farming. On Tuesday, they took part in a tour of Adams Aqua Farm led by owner Christina Adams.
So we actually are a commercial aquaculture farm and we produce red tilapia and red crawfish fish for the food industry. And this is a really great project because the ministry is trying to get youth back into agriculture, and this is the main reason that I'm involved in it as a young person who's successfully making a career out of agriculture. And we're also not just using agriculture, but we're using technology. So we're trying to use a fish farm that is sustainable, So it's environmentally friendly. It doesn't use a lot of water. It doesn't use a lot of electricity. And it's also very clean. It's organic, so you can certify the fish and really assure the public and your consumers that what you're providing is a high quality feed.
Up next is the commentary with Hayden Gill on the pileup of garbage around the country.
Strike action by the Sanitation Service Authority has hit some communities very hard. Garbage is beginning to pile up across the nation. This has very strong implications for our health as a people. Where there is poor garbage collection, we see an increase in the rodent and pest population. This puts us at risk of illnesses like leptospirosis and parasites carried by flies. It is also heading towards the hottest time of the year, which means garbage will rot quicker and the stench will linger. We urge householders to be prudent. Don't give in to that instinct to dump garbage elsewhere in an attempt to remove it from your property. Think carefully about the ripple effect this will cause down the road.
In sport, the dream run of Darian King and Hayden Lewis in the men's doubles at the Pan American Games continued on Monday night when they advanced to the semi-finals. The Bajan duo booked a spot after defeating the Mexican pair of Hans Hack and Luis Patino 7-5, 7-5. King and Lewis were due to face Argentina's Guido Andriozzi and Facundo Bagnis in the semi-final. And finally, a popular Scottish pub known for its traditional atmosphere has announced its male bar staff are switching from kilts to pants after repeated harassment from female patrons. Kate Fraser, owner of the Hootenanny pub in Inverness, said male workers used to wear kilts as part of the pub's traditional theme, which also included frequent live performances of traditional Scottish music. But they are now donning pants to protect them from women who would lift their kilts to check whether they were, it says here, true Scotsmen. That's Nation News for Tuesday. For more, log on to nationnews.com as well as YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. I wonder what they were looking for. And remember to pick up your Midweek Nation on Wednesday or subscribe to our e-paper.